It was like
Bing, 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 bing. Yeah.
bing. And I was like, I can't.
But those bings are part of the problem.
I don't know. That particular combination has never happened yet.
So if we're heading the wrong way during rush hour traffic,
Yeah.
that's an issue for how quickly.
The lemon drop shot sent me over the edge. He was so hungover at my college graduation.
You were a good kid. I was a good kid. When the streetlights came on, that's when we went home.
Yeah, we drank from the hose. Like,
Other people like you, it wouldn't have changed anything you did.
no, he's not rebelling at all. This is just strange to me.
You guys can't do that? No.
No.
You actually can't. Yeah, does this surprise you? This one mentally scarred me in junior high. You're sick today. You're sick. You're sick.
Falling off your motorcycle, cliffhanger on,
I didn't fall off it. I crashed it.
crashed it.
No, I jumped off of it.
Welcome to the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis Podcast. I'm Megan.
And I'm Shaen. We're here to talk about the wild ride of raising kids, growing careers, and keeping life together in the middle of all the chaos.
So buckle up, because we're all in this crazy journey together.
La La Land. Yeah, because I already did the other one this morning. Oh my gosh.
We would have had to have multiple re-records. Woo.
Yeah, something like that.
Try to say re-record is hard to say.
Re-record. I think I've gotten better at my pronunciation.
Yeah?
Not at my memory, not at coming up with good words and whatnot, but my pronunciation now that
Yeah.
I do the other podcast.
Yeah.
Because a lot of that's on a teleprompter, so I'm reading through things sometimes.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've gotten better. But I did tell you guys about the one that was tougher for me this last week.
I still can't do it. It's a tongue twister.
Yeah, it was a U2 album cover.
Yeah.
And so I had to say it twice. And it was the one the next Monday where I was like, can't even remember the name. It was a German word.
It was a German word. Yeah. And I don't remember the
I
word.
was like, that's a German word, and it is also the album. It is also the name of the U2 album cover, or album, And I said YouTube like 4 times in a row.
Right.
Every now and then I get so many, like, it would be a pretty funny outtakes reel if I did my outtakes on that stuff. I feel like.
It would be pretty funny. And you're the only one that hears it. Like, I'm usually not anywhere close.
Yeah. Normally I'm pretty good through it. I can almost do whole episodes on like one run.
Wow.
Like, I do some cuts in there, and I'll cut like the actual final,
Yeah.
just so it's not one angle of me the whole time. So sometimes I'm cutting even though I didn't need to cut.
Yeah.
But usually I'll cut like when there's like I had to repeat something. But if I repeat it, it's usually like a word. I just didn't like my inflection on it.
Right. The emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, I just didn't say it the way I wanted it to come across.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but anyways, I feel like I've gotten better at like enunciating and pronunciating.
Right. Right.
I grew up thinking I mumbled because my mom told me I mumbled all the time. And, maybe that's a boy thing.
I'm thinking that's more of a teenage boy thing. I don't, because I've never thought that you mumbled. I've always thought that you spoke very clearly.
Yeah, I don't think I mumble.
No. No.
But it is what it is. But
Yeah.
anyways, we had a bit of an epiphany, potential breakthrough, right? And why this year? Because this year we're just this broken record of like, why do we feel like every year is fast? And that, in fact, we named this podcast after the Crazy Train because we think, life moves fast.
Yeah.
But even this year,
Yeah.
it's felt even faster for some reason, right?
Yeah. It's felt more chaotic.
Way more chaotic. So we were just talking about that today over literally like 4 minutes in between one of your calls, and I had walked by your office.
Right.
And like sat down. You're like, oh no, he sat down.
That's not what I said. I actually continued to engage in the conversation.
Yeah. I try not to sit down too much because then we'll get to talking and it's during a work day for you.
Yeah.
10 minutes at the most in any given day, I suppose. But
I bet this happens about once every month.
yeah, still less time than you would spend at the water cooler, or in the break room in the office.
Or even walking to a restroom to use it and then walking back. Yes.
That too. But we kind of landed on, right? I think you're the one who said it.
Yeah. And part of it, so if we think about why it's so crazy, I'm like, I think it's because there is no routine in the craziness. Because the other morning I was like, it was, Thursday. And I was like, we have had, so before 8 a.m., we have had 4 completely different mornings on 4 different days where it was a different schedule. And it's not like every Wednesday we know that this and this are happening before school.
Yeah.
It's just like, every day it's something different. And so every day you're trying to plan for it.
Yeah.
And you're like, when you're in a routine, even though it's busy, there's efficiency in the routine.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's twofold. It's that for sure. And the other part to that is there really is something to that now that our kids are a little bit older, we're actually adding more activities, right? We have National Junior Honor Society, community service hours. We have, we have volunteer hours. We have stay after school to do this hours. There's a lot of these things that we didn't have previously.
Right.
That are just starting to build up and build up. Like even all the before the school stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Athletes for Christians or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
There's just so many
FCA,
little things. Our daughter is in a million things.
A million?
She's in everything.
At least 3 days a week she has something before school.
I don't know how she keeps it together.
I don't either.
So we have added. But before this year, a lot of our schedules, for better, or not even for better, for worse, for better, were more routine.
Yes.
They were more scheduled, to your point. So we knew, the boys had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or one boy had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday practice. The other was Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
It's like that every week. So we knew it. And then our daughter was Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so we knew on this day, this happened. On this day, this happened.
Yeah.
And it was just week in and week out.
Yes.
But that's changed this year. For whatever reason, now there's that schedule is just gone. Now it's like, and here's the thing, because everybody uses GroupMe. So anybody that's our age knows what GroupMe is because they've got 15 of them.
Yes.
Or 30.
Yes.
Right? But, an older generation may not know yet, but there's an app, GroupMe, that schools use, that teams use.
Yes.
That you have one that are just moms. It's a mom's GroupMe.
Just a mom's GroupMe, yeah. Actually, I think I have that for 3 different kids for their, class,
Right.
Class of 2028 or whatever it is, moms.
Right.
I probably have 15 different groups that I'm a part of.
Right. So it's basically kind of it's a little bit like a text messaging thing.
Yeah.
That's specific to that, but you can put links in it. People use it all the time.
All the time.
It's one of the most used things for.
Yeah.
I don't know when we got introduced to it, but we use it for everything.
Yes.
Scheduling, what we're looking for. That's the problem, though. All this there's Team Snap. Which is the official kind of
That's the official schedule.
But if they change something in Team Snap, which is a totally different app,
yes,
a lot of times they'll put it into GroupMe saying hey, this changed in GroupMe. Sometimes it doesn't happen all the time.
Right.
Sometimes it happens beforehand. But sometimes they don't always link up. Does this match or does this match?
Yeah.
Most of the time it does. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But the big issue, I think, now this year has been we've got a coach, and coaches have done this before, but we've got a coach that does it more often now, where on the day where we have a practice at 7:45 at night, at 3:30 in the afternoon, he'll say, hey, we've changed practice time. It's going to be 6:30 today.
Yeah.
And he's doing this multiple times a week. So it's we don't know if it's a 6:30 practice or a 7:45 practice.
Right.
And that's an issue because we have to leave at different times, A. But B, depends on who's going where with what kid. Because one kid's at 6, one kid's at 6:30, one kid's at 7:45. So that kid's got to get into the train, the bus that's leaving to make that practice time.
That's right.
And sometimes it's with another family if we have to utilize
help. And we actually have 2 coaches that do that quite frequently this year. And it is constant juggling.
And you're the one who does all that. I'm not even, I check GroupMe because there's a lot of feedback from here's what I thought about this week's game.
Yeah.
Here's what's upcoming for travel next week.
Right.
And I do get to those.
Yeah.
I don't do them daily. You stay on top of these things, put them on our calendar.
Right.
So you put it on my Outlook calendar, your Outlook calendar. It's updated across all these platforms.
Yep.
But when they change it at 3:30 and you're working, I'm working. A lot of time I'm going straight from somewhere to pick someone up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we don't get that,
it.
but now it's like, okay, we got to wait. Now we have to confirm tonight's schedule tonight.
Right.
You know?
Like, so I kind of had the habit of like, okay, every Monday I kind of look at the schedule, get it all. I mean, everything is out there based on whatever is the most typical.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I would look on Monday to be like, okay, did anything specific change for this week?
Right.
Now I have to look at it not only every morning, but then every day at like 3:30 before we even go pick up kids.
Yeah.
Because it could change. And heaven forbid, I'm in a meeting and miss that second check. And part of it too is that because I'm part of so many group meetings, I'll get like, what is the link to order yearbooks? And then all the moms are like, oh, it's this one. And oh, I go through this app. And
so
I stopped notifications because it was like ping,
bing, 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 bing. Yeah.
Ping. And I was like, I can't.
But those bings are part of the problem because somebody will say, hey, here's a link that you need to click on, right?
Yeah.
And then 20 moms will like, bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
And then the dads will be like, bing, because we're both part of it. We can both separately comment.
Right.
Shaen and from Meghan, right?
Right.
So now we have
So
two that we just
insane.
buried it. But sometimes those things they're buried by 40 comments.
Yes.
And you got to scroll all the way up to it. Mm-hmm. And if you're not on top of it, it's very easy. If you don't check that in 2 days,
You're so far behind.
you'll never see it because now there's been 15 other links put in there since then. People are putting pictures in. People are making jokes. Everything's in those things.
I know.
And they bury the lead in it a lot of the time.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So, yeah, I do think that that's part of just why it feels so chaotic is because I never know what we're juggling that day. So I was gone last week, right? I was traveling for work, and there was some morning that I think you had to get 2 kids to a place, and you look at me and you're like, well, how do you usually do it when this happens? I was like, I don't know. That particular combination has never happened yet.
Yeah, I had that one.
And that was you. Yeah. You're like, what do you do? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I was trying to get through it, trying to think that one through. I'm like, I'm not sure how we do this generally.
Right.
Yeah.
But that is so as the keeper of the schedule, that is me every single day
Yeah. Yep.
for morning and afternoon or evening.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I am so tired.
And sometimes they'll change like where practice is. It's not just the time.
Oh, yeah.
So if we're heading the wrong way during rush hour traffic,
Yeah.
that's an issue.
Right. Or you're like, wait a minute, I could take them when it was based on the old schedule because,
Yeah.
we have 3. We're outnumbered. But now that we have a driver, maybe that helps the equation a little bit. But you're like, wait a minute, I could do it then, but now I can't because it's a different location. And that happens sometimes with carpools too.
Yep. Oh,
and
yeah.
good thing I'm friends with the moms in the carpool, and they get it because they also have,
Yeah.
they're also outnumbered. So everyone in our carpools that we are with, have 3 kids, so they're also on zone defense and trying to do it.
It's like 5D chess
It is.
that we're all trying to play. Yeah. And that just changed this year. It's just more complex to get everybody everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that now that we do have that extra driver, that will be interesting how that folds into the mix.
Yeah.
Because there will be some time, like we talked today, till we're comfortable with him. He's a great driver, but all the practices are during traffic, rush hour, an hour across town in rush hour traffic.
In rush hour traffic, yeah.
If the highway's wide open, it's still a 35, 40-minute drive.
Right.
So it's not a short way, but now you're talking rush hour traffic, 5-lane road, 10-lane roads, I guess, 5 on one side of the street.
Oh, yeah.
3 in most spots on one side
at
of the
a
street.
minimum.
So large streets, rush hour traffic for a brand new driver, that, he's getting used to it. So that's a lot of pressure. I don't know if on him, but for us, it's a lot of
It's a lot,
a lot of worry pressure.
Yeah. Although the Life 360
Yeah.
is pretty cool, the app. And I think most families in kind of the phase of life that we're in have this. I think we're probably a little late to the game from what I've heard. But the Life 360 allows you to see exactly and we actually have the upgraded version so we can see how fast people are driving, if they were distracted, if they had hard stops, quick accelerations. Like, we can see all this on the app, which is going to feel great when we're looking at, one of our kids driving. But I was looking at my own drive. I was like, I wonder what it says about my drive to the practice location tonight. It said that I was driving distracted. And I was like, I wasn't on my phone. I wasn't driving excessively fast. You can actually track my route.
Because it said he had a distraction today, too.
And it said you had 3 distractions. So
because I drove today.
You drove today.
It said I had 3 distractions?
3 distracted drives. And I was like, I wonder where this came from.
I do. So you looked it up?
Yeah, I did. I was like, I wonder where. I couldn't see. I couldn't see it. The only thing I could think of is that when I was still picking up our daughter from school, I was in her school parking lot parked. And before I started to drive, the car was on. I used my phone to bring up Waze to tell me how to get to practice. That's the only thing I could think of. I was like, I didn't touch my phone.
Oh, so you didn't actually get to I thought you were going to tell me. So here's I thought you were going to tell me what it's counting as distraction.
No, I don't know what it was. I was like, I got really tired. So did it?
Yeah.
Was I don't know what it was.
When the forehead hits the horn because you fell asleep.
But I wasn't on my phone. So that's why I was like, that's the only other way that I could think that it would know that I was distracted is if I was on my phone clicking around.
Unless it's like a swerve or something like that. I don't know.
I didn't swerve either. So I don't know.
Did you notice on our daughter's bus route this morning, it had 2, what is it called? Quick stops, urgent stops, sudden stops. I don't know. There's some sort of measurement for how quickly you stop. Like,
yeah, it does.
If you're tailgating somewhere or something like that. And she had 2 on her way to school.
I did not, because it said that
on the bus.
I did see that actually, because I looked at hers, because it said she had a lot of distracted driving. And I was like,
well, she shouldn't be driving.
She's not driving.
She's 14, yeah. So
it's clearly measuring your cell phone usage while in a moving vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah.
She wasn't driving.
Yeah.
And I noticed that she had quick stops, but I was like, none of mine had quick stops.
Yeah.
So it didn't even dawn on me that it was the bus. Duh.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's part of as much as we're just trying to get through life right now, adding these extra apps, which I know are great, but there's a learning curve to them. We had to sit down as a family yesterday for an hour and a half.
Yes.
Everybody's getting there. Everybody had to get their phones. Everybody have to sign up for their own account. And I have to invite them all to our circle. And we have multiple apps that we did this with. And it took a long time.
It did.
It was a big commitment for us all to get signed up. We're all signed up.
We're all signed up now.
We all have our apps. I have to write down, all the passwords and stuff like that, where we keep the passwords. And but oh my gosh, it almost feels like too much. I like the data.
I do too.
But there's just so much. Like, there's another app we were looking at about social media that you could do this and this, and here's this one that'll monitor this. You could have 100 apps.
Yes.
And assign a drone just to follow your kid around these days.
Yeah.
Literally, it's not helicopter parents. We're droning parents.
We're droning parents.
We're AI parents or whatever. We're app parents. How much is too much? Well, you were a good kid. I was a good kid. But I was in places at times in high school that my parents have been like, where are you? You know what I mean?
That's pretty funny.
What are you doing there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder if it's I like the idea from a parenting perspective.
Yeah.
That we kind of know. And this is what we were telling our kids too, is this isn't we don't trust you type thing.
Right.
This is just trying to make sure everybody's safe, and we're just kind of on top of everything where everything's going. One of the cool things is when our oldest drives to soccer practice, we can set up a thing that tells me when he leaves the house, and it tells me when he gets there.
Right.
And I can set a reminder on there that, hey, he should get there by this time.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get there by that time, it actually sends me a notification that he didn't make it there at the expected time.
Right.
Right? School or practice, or wherever it might be.
Yeah.
Which is a really cool feature just from a safety standpoint, make sure everybody's good.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and it allows you, I feel like, to kind of go about your life in those moments. So you don't have to stare and like wonder, are they okay? Are they okay? It's like, no, it's going to ping me if he's not there on time. So it's not like you have to watch the clock to be like, he should have been there at 6:45,
Yeah.
And so you're like, well, and then it'll ping you when he gets there too.
Well, I probably would have early on now, I would use Find Me just to make sure he was there.
Yeah, I would.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not 20 miles short, like, well, why is he 20 miles short?
Right.
And I haven't got a call. Now I'm worrying. Because it has accident. It tells if there's been an accident.
Yeah.
Collision warning or whatever. So so that's all good. But I just come back to, I don't know if I would have liked that when I was a kid. Now, it wasn't available. They've grown up in a technological era that we didn't. Mm-hmm. And so maybe they're used to, because we've had Find Me forever. They find us all the time.
All the time.
Where are you guys at? How long are you?
Yeah. We were trying to go Christmas shopping, and they're like, I see what store you're at.
Yeah.
Looks like, our daughter's getting something. And you're like, what?
I had really not even known Find My was a thing until one time you guys were like, I was on a business trip.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
yeah.
you guys were like, oh, we saw what steakhouse you were at.
Yeah. You were right on the beach.
I was like, how'd you know that? Yeah, because we were right on the beach. Yeah, I was in California or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, how'd you know that? And you're like, oh, it was the app. We saw where you were at. I was like, I didn't even know that was possible.
Well, and it was the kids.
The kids
I didn't know it.
Yeah.
The kids did.
Yeah, which is fine. I don't feel like I don't feel like I shouldn't be tracked, which is fine.
I get it, yeah.
But as a child, I mean, it's just, I wonder if like my mom or your mom or, parent or other parents here that have kids that have already left the house, like, I know they had to have worried about us when we first drove, and my high school was 35 minutes across town on a highway.
Yeah.
Were they worried about us then? Or was life just, again, we are 80s, kids of the 80s, which we take pride in, right? Gen X.
Right.
We always talk about, like, we stayed out till, when the streetlights came on, that's when we went home.
Yeah, we drank from the hose.
Drank from the hose. We rode our bikes all over the place.
Over.
Nobody knew where we were, because there's no way you could.
Yeah.
If you wanted to find your kid, you'd have to get in your car and go just search.
Yeah.
Or I guess call a friend's house. But
right. From the phone in your kitchen that you couldn't, you had to stand in one spot to dial.
Yeah. We are getting so old because those things, like, I could talk all day about how things used to be.
Yeah.
When we grew up. And it's just changed so much. But this is one of those where they're used to it. They're used to being able to track people. Mm-hmm. And so for them, knowing that they could track Dad way back then, knowing that we can track them, no big deal.
Right. I don't know. I'm almost wondering, and I'd love to hear from, that older generation. I almost think they're like, you know what? We worried about you, but there was something in, like, I'm glad I didn't know. I'm glad I didn't know what I didn't know.
It's probably just too much.
It was probably just too much, yeah.
But I will say, if I was being tracked back then,
mm-hmm.
there's a lot of places I would not have been.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's plenty of times, like, there were certain people I spent the night with specifically because I knew, like, I could go to a party if I went to their house.
Right.
And we could stay out till like 1 and then go back to their house.
Got it.
Whereas, my curfew was very early.
Right.
Very strict. And so I couldn't even have gone to the party, basically.
Right.
But if I spent the night at those person's house, so if they were there, they'd be like, oh, you're out.
You're supposed to be at that person's house and you weren't.
Right. Or at that girl's house. Or why are you in Denver? 60 miles north,
Oh my gosh.
There would have been a lot of things like, what are you doing in the middle of the mountains? Like, you have no reception. It lost you going into the mountains,
Oh, that's pretty funny.
I mean, I never did anything really bad.
Right.
But there's a lot of places that I probably, had I not done those things, probably would have been safer overall in life.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not safer is maybe not the right word, but, better decisions maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But to your point, though, it's like, well, what we didn't know, it is what it is.
Right. Like.
But that's the difference. We just said this, like, either on this podcast or between us at some point in time. Our scary places were places we actually went to.
Yeah.
Right? Places we could get in trouble.
Yeah.
Where we're like an actual place, somebody's house or an alley or, some place that we went to.
Right, a bad area of town.
Do something we shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, for our children, they don't have to do that.
No.
They can get in way more trouble on their phone or their iPad
Absolutely.
or their computer.
Yeah.
Way more trouble.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we did stupid things, yeah, but I never did anything that would have ever put my future in jeopardy.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what kids do today all day long with these pictures they take of everything all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we preach a lot in our house, like, hey, obviously, just any picture you put out there, it's there forever.
Forever.
Good, bad, and ugly. Some of those will cost you a career if
Yeah.
you put something out there that's bad enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And it's just like,
And hopefully you're smart enough not to.
hopefully you're smart enough not to. Hopefully you're smart enough not to do it, period, let alone do it and then take a picture of it and then post it. I mean, that's like 3 bad decisions.
At some point, that little angel should be like,
Stop.
yeah. Goodness gracious. That's what you hope you raise your children. You know what I mean?
I know.
And like, I know, my mom will probably watch this at some point in time, and she was dealing with her own things there too. That's part of our family issues. But I mean, they instilled in me, her and my dad, I knew right and wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Did I always make the right decisions? No, but I did most of the time.
Yeah.
I said it to them then, I'm saying it now. I was a pretty good kid.
Yeah.
I said to them then, and I'll say it now. If I have a kid like me, I'm all right with that
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Right? Minus a couple of things, maybe.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I mean, in the end, I turned out fine.
Right. It's how do you contain the decisions to not be the life-altering bad decision,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And how quickly
yeah.
that line gets crossed.
But see, for other people like you, it wouldn't have changed anything you did.
No.
I didn't even have to ask you. I just made a statement.
It's just a statement.
Yeah.
100%. Like that.
You can track me everywhere.
You can track me everywhere. Like, oh, you're not going to give me a curfew? That's because I know that I need to be home well in advance of any time that would be considered late. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really do anything. In fact, I will never forget the first time I drank alcohol. I went to visit my older brother, and I had graduated from high school. All right, so I'm about to go to college, and so he took me out. And the next day, my mom's first comment to my older brother was, "How'd she do?" Like,
Seriously?
she do okay? Yeah, like.
So
because it
did
was
he
like-
give her a tip off on it?
She totally knew, like,
Yeah.
and
How'd she do?
well, because it was like, I think finally she was like, she's actually doing something that's rebellious, like, and it was totally within the bounds of,
That sounds like your mom, though. Like,
Not-
you are too goody-two-shoes. You need to do something rebellious. That totally sounds like your mom.
because I didn't rebel. I didn't do any, so.
That probably sounds like my mom a little bit, though, too, to be honest with you.
Right. Well, at some point, and I've actually talked to parents, a friend of mine actually, who, her kids are now, one's college and one's a little older. And her kid was similar to me, like wasn't at all rebelling. And it was like, well, that's great. So she's like, they went to Mexico, right, on a family vacation. Their oldest was 18. She's like, you can have some, like a margarita or something if you want, because she's like, he's not rebelling at all. This is just strange to me,
Yeah.
and at some point, like, it's okay to stretch the bounds a little bit, especially in a safe setting. And I wasn't super young. I was about to go off to college. My mom trusted that between my brother and the people that I was with, that they'd make sure that I was still safe and taken care of. And so, like, if you're going to rebel, that's about the safest pen to do it in.
Plus, we're old enough. This is funny, too, though, that we're old enough to remember, and a lot of people watching this are definitely old enough, that I remember, I don't know if I was a teenager yet, but when they raised the drinking age from 18 to 21. And it was close enough that I was like, I remember thinking like, I bet those 17-year-olds are mad. You know what I mean? Because it was like one more year and they could drink. Now they have to wait 3 years or 4 years, whatever it is. But it was close enough for me that it never clicked with me at that point because I was still young enough. But it was like, I was probably like 13.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had 5 years, but now I had to wait another, I had 8 years.
8 years.
From that point on. But that's funny because, your point was you weren't that old, but we're old enough that was the legal drinking age for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how many states. I don't know if that's a state by state thing, or if that was a federal thing.
It is a state by state thing, or at
Still?
least it was.
Yeah.
Because I remember
I think it's federal now.
It probably is. Because I remember I had some friends that went to the University of Minnesota in Duluth, which is right across the bridge from Superior, Wisconsin. And Wisconsin, the drinking age was 18.
Yeah.
And so they would just walk across the bridge
Yeah.
and then walk back.
That's right. There's things like that too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the case anymore. I think it's 21 everywhere.
I think
Federally.
so. Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting. I guess my worry there would just be, if the kid that wasn't rebelling, if you were worried that it was just going to be like once you fall off the wagon, you're off the wagon type situation.
Right.
Or is it just like you kind of situation where it's like, you just has always kind of been straight and narrow the whole time.
The whole time.
You know what I mean? And that's okay. And she's okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I was okay being on this straight and narrow. Like, I actually have no regrets about that. And I don't know. So I drank alcohol at 18. That's probably the most rebellious thing that I did.
Yeah. I don't remember the first time I drank alcohol.
I totally remember it because the lemon drop shot sent me over the edge. Yes, everyone.
I was thinking it was beer, but you got lemon drop sent you over the edge. So you didn't do too well?
No, I was so sick. I remember walking through the QT, the Quick Trip, on my way back to my brother's apartment after we left the bar. And I'm like, the lines of the tile, the grout lines on the tile, I was like, why are they moving?
I remember this story now.
And I was like, that's weird.
I had forgotten the lemon drop part, but it's all coming back to me.
Yeah. I think I had one beer and one lemon drop shot. And
Yeah. And 90-pound Megan
was puking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't even like a great.
Yeah. And that's one thing we've talked about, though, too, is like you had tasted some of your dad's drinks,
Sure.
your mom's drinks growing up. So it wasn't like what's the word?
It was not taboo.
Yeah, it was not taboo. Thanks. That was exactly the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
And I had never done that.
Oh.
Right? I think Jim drank beer.
Yeah.
And my mom probably did too. I remember having like Coors Light in the refrigerator, like if we had people over.
Yeah, okay.
I don't ever remember like liquor in our house or wine.
Yeah.
So it was a little taboo for me because it wasn't there. But we've made it, we kind of have not a conscious decision, but it's just been kind of naturally organic here. It's
right.
like, they've been more interested in my bourbons than wine. So I'm like, sure, go ahead. And like just watching their faces. Like, it's terrible.
It's terrible. I thought the same thing when I would taste my dad's.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like it just touches your lips and evaporates. Like, why would you ever drink this?
But that's why I'm just like, like, sure, if you want to down a thing of this, just expect you're going to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now they know. They're not curious what it tastes like because they know.
Well, and we've modeled responsible alcohol consumption.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that too.
I mean, my parents never drank to excess, but I would see them have
Mine didn't either.
Obviously, you guys didn't even really have much alcohol in your house. Like,
No.
And we always knew exactly where the liquor cabinet was. It was never locked or anything like that. But yeah.
I get that. Interesting. So, well, that's, we need the app that lets us know if they have any alcohol consumption for our children.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's an app for that.
There's an app for that. There's an app for everything. It's
There's
crazy.
an app for everything.
I'm surprised how many apps there are out there. People are like, oh, you haven't used this app? Or you haven't used this? I mean, like, I know there's a lot of apps. I'm not naive about that, but holy cow.
Like, I already have to scroll through 4 pages to get through all my apps.
Yeah.
And I even have the tiles where I group things. And I'm like, I don't need any more.
Yeah. Kids running our lives right now. Everybody's doing that, and it's insane. Mm-hmm. And now that we've got a driver, we might have a little bit of a release valve. So we'll see how that goes.
I know.
It's sad.
It's sad. But on those days when you're like, I've done all of the juggling and the chessboard to move everything the way that I can. Like, if that release valve helps with like one of those chess pieces that I have to move around to get everything done,
It's the sands of time sad.
Yes.
Right? Empty
Yes.
nester, coming sad type
Yes.
stuff sad.
Yeah.
Not any other kind of sad, but I was super excited for him today. He drove to school for the first time.
I know.
I remember driving to school for the first time. I don't remember the first time drinking, but I remember the first time driving to school.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
You're like, this is incredible.
Yeah, the freedom.
Yeah. He came home by himself. Like, it was just,
Yeah.
like, I happened to be in your office at that point in time, which is the front of the house. And it was just like, oh my gosh, our son is pulling into the driveway.
Yeah, you didn't know it.
Like, no.
You're standing there like, oh, who's coming home? Oh, that's our son in his car
Yeah.
driving.
This is going to take some time, people. Like, this is going to take a minute for me to, like,
Do all parents feel like that? I actually
they
feel like
have
we're
to.
being a little dramatic about it, but it is big because that was a stress for you last week. Because you were saying, like you said, we talked about it last week, but that's a life-changing, life-altering birthday.
it is.
Not only for you, but for us.
Yeah.
You know,
And I haven't felt I'm still stressed about it. And this is probably my own weakness, my own vulnerability. As much as I like to say I don't mind change, I really don't like it. It does cause anxiety for me. And this is a big shift in the dynamic of the family and all of it. And I'm not okay with that yet.
yeah.
Like, I always say, even like transitioning from school to summer, like that first couple weeks for me is tough. It's just like, it just doesn't feel comfortable. And then again, 3 months later, when the kids go back from summer to school, like it just doesn't feel comfortable because it's changed, it's different, it's a new routine. I don't do well with that.
Yeah.
And this is a new one. And I'm like,
Nobody likes change, but you resist it quite a bit.
I do, or I don't try to, but it brings
Even with technology, it's like a joke in our house. Technology, you hate technology because it's changed. And it's like, oh my gosh, it could help you so much. You could be so much more efficient.
yeah, maybe if I knew how to do it, it's like,
Yeah, but we've all learned how to do it. But it's changed for you, I think, to some degree. And it's like it's something new. It's introducing something new for you.
And it's just,
Anyways, but I'm not trying to get off on that tangent. It is tough.
yeah, it's just, I don't know. And this is a big one. So I'm still struggling with it. I haven't felt like the stress relief yet. In fact, my TMJ is getting worse.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, my stress. So yeah, your stress. So she's got TMJ, produced by onset by stress. My stress is I had a huge zit that in 7th grade and 8th grade and 9th grade came back every.
It's a three-peat.
It was like every September 7th. So it was right after school started. It was the same week. For sure, 2 years in a row. I think it was 3, though. And it actually left a scar on my nose because I tried to get rid of it. I tried everything you could, and it made it worse. You know what I mean? So I'm stressed out enough now that dormant volcano is just subtly beneath. I'm hoping I'm not going to do anything. I'm ignoring it. It doesn't exist. But after 35 years, 9th grade, however long ago that was, the stress, it's come back to me.
It's come back.
Apparently I'm stressed too.
You must be, because, you've had one pimple in the 21 years that I've known you.
No, that's not true. But I don't get them often. And I definitely don't get them back here where this one mentally scarred me in junior high. And thank God I actually removed it by face planting on a motorcycle accident a couple years ago.
Okay, let's not.
We'll say that's a teaser for next
That's next week.
episode 55
We're going to unpack that.
because we're getting long. So,
We are. And it's getting late.
and it's getting late too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, where are we at?
The evening, and it's
Oh,
great.
no. I thought you were going to say maybe I was trying to set you up to say something like, well, did you have an I'm peeved? I did an I'm peeved last week, so maybe you do an I'm
Do you
peeved this
have
week.
an I'm peeved this week?
I do have an I'm peeved this week.
Let's hear your I'm peeved.
Can you imagine if I said, no? Do
No.
you? After all that setup. No, my I'm peeved this week was just people saying they're going to do something and not doing it. Professionals. This is what you do for a living.
Yes.
I'm going to do this. It's going to get done by this date.
Yep.
Am I the only one that does that? By the way, if I don't do that, I promise you, I have sent you flowers. I've sent you a card, 15,000 texts, a phone call, being like, I am so sorry. I'm not going to make it. Here's the plan. Here's the update. Here's the next steps. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're very
Does
good
not
at it.
everybody do that? Because this one person in particular has not done it. He is the epitome of overpromising, under-delivering. That's my I'm peeved. Do not overpromise and underdeliver. We all know you do it when you do it. Everybody labels you that way.
Yeah.
So if that's who you are, turn over a new leaf.
I'm with you.
That's my I'm peeved.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Nobody likes.
I can't stand counting on people when when they don't come through with what they say they're going to do on time.
Right.
It's frustrating.
Right.
You know, it's like the world revolves around other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if it doesn't, just tell me.
Just tell you. Just give an update. Like,
Yeah.
proactively reach out. Hey, I haven't gotten to this.
Right. No, instead, this 48-year-old man says to me today, I'm sorry, I'm sick today. You're sick today? You're sick. You're sick? I used to work with a guy named Mark at the bank, and then I'll let this go, but we used to always laugh because you just don't, nobody takes sick days. Nobody is so sick that they can't go to work.
No.
And if you are,
I hope you get better.
I hope you get better because there are some people that have some real sicknesses.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like you got a lung infection or something like that.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yes.
On the whole, for the most part, most people can go to work when they're quote unquote sick. Even if you feel bad, even if you don't feel great,
Right.
most people go to work. And so Mark and I would always make fun of people that are like calling in sick. Like, really, you're so sick that you can't type something? You can't crunch numbers in your head? You're that sick?
Yeah. Well, this coming from the guy who was on the floor talking to your boss when you had a kidney stone because you were working on something for the bank. It was a big deal for the bank. And you're like, I might be out of pocket later. I mean, like you were literally on the floor.
That was the one at Coventry, right?
Yes.
Because then I closed that other deal with another kidney stone. I had a
Yes.
bad few years of kidney stones.
You
Knock on
did.
wood, I'm done with that. But I know I'm not because the sonogram says I'm not.
Sonogram says otherwise.
But I closed another deal on that too. And it's like, you know what? That's just, I guess, a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Work ethic in today's day and age,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
All right. Anything for you? Did I bring up anything for you?
No, I'm going to let you have the I'm peeved this week. I had it last week.
That's it. I'm good.
Got it out? Feel better?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cathartic.
All right. Well, we've got more soccer games this weekend. We got track. We've got an injured thigh for track, which is going to throw all kinds of plans potentially up in the air. Right? Track season's 3 weeks long, and we get injured right at the beginning of it. Like, are you kidding me? Not her fault. I'm not mad at her.
No.
It's just, I was going to say Newton's law, but that's a different law.
Murphy's Law?
It's Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever's going to happen is.
Gonna happen. So, anywho, all right. Well,
All right.
we'll see how that goes. Another
Teaser.
Cliffhanger.
Oh, wow. We have a lot of them. We have
cliffhanger.
falling off your motorcycle, cliffhanger on
I didn't fall off it. I crashed it.
crashed it.
No, I jumped off of it.
Totally picturing Evel Knievel right now.
Well, I'm trying to be accurate. I didn't fall off a motorcycle.
You're right. You didn't.
I didn't crash it. I didn't jump off of it. I did jump off.
You
of
jumped
it.
off
I didn't
of
fall
it.
off of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, all right.
Evel Knievel.
All right. We are back at it 2 weeks in a row now. I think we're back in it.
You got it.
Maybe more energy this time too.
Oh my gosh.
We've had a couple slow ones.
Apologies for the laundry one.
Those of you that have come back, thank you. Appreciate it, Mom. Love you. All right.
Until next week.
Next week.
Ciao, ciao.
See ya.